Vulnerable citizens receive money through their phones. The 7 humanitarian organizations that form the Somali Cash Consortium have started distributing the 6.5 million euros supplied by the European Union. Since 2018, approximately 1.2 million people in Somalia have benefited from EU financial support delivered via mobile phone networks. Recipients can transfer this digital cash to merchants in exchange for household necessities or paper currency. Food is the most common expense, but the system's flexibility promotes self-respect and allows families to buy whatever is most crucial to them in the face of severe weather, locust infestations, and COVID-19. The European Union is a recipient of 4 Shining World Leadership Awards for humanitarianism, 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for peace, and a Shining World Leadership Award for earth protection, as well as a laureate of 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for humanitarianism and Shining World Leadership Awards for compassion, unconditional world care, and true caring. Our heartfelt gratitude, European Union and members of the Somali Cash Consortium, for helping to make life more comfortable for underprivileged individuals. May the determined Somalis find peace and safety in the comforting love of Allah.
New study links wildfire smoke with coronavirus disease. Researchers at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health in the United States compared the amount of air pollution from wildfires in 2020 with cases of COVID-19 and subsequent deaths. Their findings, published recently in Science Advances, covered 92 counties in Oregon, Washington, and California. Almost 19,700 coronavirus cases and 750 fatalities were associated with wildfire elevated levels of inhalable particles called PM2.5 in the atmosphere. The particulate matter from the smoke enters the lungs and bloodstream, causing inflammation that weakens the immune system and invites disease. Our deep appreciation, Harvard researchers, for confirming the link between burning forests and adverse health outcomes. May humans awaken to their all-embracing love and lead more compassionate lives to quell the current disasters on Earth and make peace in harmony with the divine.
Renewable energy facility will be largest in the Middle East. The construction of Saudi Arabia's first wind farm that began in September 2019 was recently connected to the country's electricity transmission grid. When the Dumat Al Jandal project is complete, 99 turbines will produce enough green power for 70,000 households and reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 988,000 metric tons annually. The endeavor is part of Vision 2030, the kingdom's plan to transform its economy and become less dependent on oil. Saudi Arabia is a laureate of 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for compassion, a Shining World Leadership Award for peace, and a Shining World Leadership for Loving Care Award. Congratulations, Saudi Arabia, on harnessing wind energy for the first time. We pray that more governments prioritize sustainable development for a more livable and long-lasting environment on Earth in celestial delight.
Specially treated implants hasten bone and muscle recovery. Scientists at Tomsk Polytechnic University in Russia have published their work on improving the biocompatibility of titanium body parts produced using a 3D printer. The multi-phase process starts with a porous calcium phosphate coating, which is saturated with a biodegradable material that capsulizes the medicines for fostering the body's acceptance of the implant. Finally, a unique plasma is applied to facilitate the growth of living cells. In more than 400 human and animal patients, there have been no signs of the body rejecting these products, and recovery times were reduced by half. Computer modeling personalizes both the shape of the implants and the embedded drugs. This technique aids optimization, lowers the cost of experimentation, and will accelerate future innovations. Well done, all participating Russian scientists. In heavenly upliftment, may your methods gain wide acceptance for the enhanced well-being of Earth's inhabitants.
Railway employees save a senior's life. As a train was pulling out of Kalyan Station in Mumbai, India, an older man attempted to cross the tracks a short distance ahead of it. Hari Shankar unfortunately fell and could have lost his life if it was not for the rapid response of the locomotive's operators. The chief permanent way inspector alerted the train's engineer and his assistant to apply the emergency brakes. All three men then helped Mr. Shankar to emerge from under the engine, visibly shaken but unharmed. The general manager of the Central Railway, Alok Kansal, later announced that the railway personnel involved in the rescue would each receive a cash reward for their actions. Kudos to the Central Railway and its outstanding employees. We are relieved that Mr. Shankar survived the frightening experience and pray that the future brings him much happiness in the grace of the Providence.
British businesses invest in plant-based protein. Branston Limited has delivered fresh potatoes to wholesale, retail, and food manufacturing customers for over 50 years. But the swelling demand for meat alternatives prompted the company to look for a way to turn spuds into steaks. Fortunately, agricultural technology startup Beehive Innovations Limited has already developed a way to obtain high-grade protein from potatoes. The two firms are jointly spending £6 million to build a production facility in England. Richard Fell, managing director of Prepared Foods at Branson, says, "We have the potential to meet the growing requirements from food manufacturers for 100% plant-based protein that is free from allergens and is fully traceable from our UK-grown crops. Our delighted applause, Branson Limited and Beehive Innovations, for your novel use of the humble tubers. The more animal-free options we have, the sooner we will reach our goal of a vegan world in divine glory."
Animal rescue team helps to place injured dog in forever home. After being shot, a husky pup was paralyzed and abandoned on the side of a road in Mississippi, USA. Local animal control officers came and took the distressed animal to a veterinarian. Meanwhile, somebody contacted the Code 3 Animal Rescue Aviation Team, a non-profit organization that works with shelters across the country. Volunteer pilots use their private planes to provide emergency transportation for animals in need. The disabled husky was named Memphis, and Code 3 airlifted her from Mississippi to New Jersey. It was a long 12-hour journey for the courageous canine, but the story has a happy ending. Memphis is enjoying life now with lots of love from her new family. God bless the Code 3 team and everyone who delivered Memphis from misery. May we always go the extra mile when caring for the furry angels who bring us blessings. In heaven's amazing grace.